He who shall not be named.
Someone said the other day you should pixelate my face out.
Could do. Get somebody to do that. Right, this is week 6 on the video, part 6.
Part 6.
Part 6. It's not week 6 because we're not doing it in weeks anymore, are we? Right.
6 weeks.
So I did some little bits sort of at weekend-ish when I weren't really recording. Not really much, but some. Black plug socket there. That's been put in, so that's all working now. We're still trying to decide on where to put another plug socket because, well, bad planning, basically. Somebody pointed out bad planning the other day, so I'm just saying it now. Yeah. Think about having one there, but on the outside, so that you can use it as an external point when the doors are open, but when the doors are shut, you can use it as a bedside. This is pillow plug socket. It's difficult for space here, really, because we can't really put it here next to the bed because that's where the kitchen's going to go up to. We're going to have one here, which is for the induction hob, but you're not going to be able to access that easily. So we're going to put it somewhere nice.
Here would be perfect, I think.
So I think there, but it'd be handy if I have a plug socket on the outside of the van.
Well, if it's a USB, it'd be over in his bed anyway, because this is a pillow.
Exactly that, exactly. Anyway, we carpeted the bed bits just to make it look nicer, but then put this together underneath where the water tanks are going to go and the bobble system diesel heater. I'm just going to do that today, I think, or do some of it today. Oh, bed frame, the bed laps. Who put on?
Yeah, go on.
No, I've not showed them that yet, but I'll show them that in a sec. Right, bed lats. That fucking fly. So an IKEA bed frame, slightly chopped down to make it fit, because obviously it's a narrower space, but then we've got the bigger recess here for the mattress to fit into, etc. So we chopped it down a little bit, but that's what that looks like. But also, as Rick just pointed out, I also added a light here, which I'll just turn that on and show you. That was just a not a last minute thing. I knew I was going to put a light in there, but I just didn't know where and what it was going to look like, but I was bored. So if I just go on to output, DC, I've added some things to these. So we've got ceiling lights, underglow lights, which are these recesses, Skymax lights, and then moving along garage lights here.
Beautiful.
So basically, you don't want light pointing at you when you're trying to find something in the dark, so it'll blind you, so the light's pointing that way, which is actually into the van, obviously, and the light's there. So that's the garage lighting done. We've got loads to do, haven't we? I've got the electric hookup to put on. That's a job that I could probably do today, actually, to be fair, rather than do the plumbing. No, I was waiting for the hole saw, but the hole saw arrived. I've got the hookup point is plugged in, obviously, now, because it's charging the batteries up, but I could do putting that on, so I might do that today, actually, instead of starting plumbing today. Yeah, Rick's going to start the kitchen this week, and then we'll probably finish the kitchen this week, won't you?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so the kitchen will get done this week, this episode. Oh, worktop. There, we picked up the worktop today. It's a 3 metre length chopped into 2 pieces because we only need 1.2, 1.3-ish.
It's falling over in the unit.
It says falling over it. Orcs Beam sent us a load of flags and a load of t-shirts, which was very nice of him. What's he called at Orcs Beam? Simon. Simon John. Thanks, Simon John.
Yeah, probably won't watch.
Yeah, probably didn't watch, yeah, that's true. Anyway, so that's that. So hopefully by the end of this episode, plumbing should work, diesel heater should work, and kitchen should be in.
That'd be nice.
Is that what we're saying is going to happen by this week?
Then there's just water tanks and stuff in there to finish.
Yeah. Underslung water tanks, all the bits for that. This is how you fasten underslung water tanks up to the bottom of a van with that stuff. The bubble van stuff has all arrived. Thanks for some Haribos and some weirdly fucking Scampy fries. Thanks, Bubble Vans, for the Scampy fries. They've probably been there now, aren't they?
I haven't seen them.
Scampy fries. Right, as previously mentioned, EcoFlow sent us 2 new 2 kWh batteries. So I've just took the old ones out, which had some stains on. I'm going to put the brand new ones back in. The electric hookup is in place and wired in. So I'm going to put the new batteries in and then put this back together, and then that should be it for the battery box. So then that's the electric side completed, apart from wiring in things like the fridge and the water heater, but again, they can be done after. Right, so that's the current state of play now. It's all back together. I've not screwed anything down just yet, just in case we need to undo anything, but brand new batteries, 28% and 30%. That's exactly what we would expect from lithium batteries, because they need to be 30% for shipping. So if we just go round to the main control panel, I should be able to turn on the DC side, turn on the AC side, so then there, my AirPods are now charging from AC. Got 96 watts going out, which is charging that, and all the lights are on. Garage lights are on, window lights are on. I can turn the DC on and turn all the individual things off. So we've just got ceiling lights on, turn the garage lights on. You can see the garage lights a bit better now actually, with the bed lights not in. Anyway, turn them off because we don't need them on right now. Ceiling lights are on, 65 watts of lighting in the ceiling. Right, so just getting the diesel heater going. I believe I'm getting the diesel heater going. We have warmish air. I've just connected up to the EcoFlow river at the minute, just because I've not decided on a cable route, but it's probably going to go around the back that way rather than around this way. Around the front, sorry, rather than around the back. Didn't make much sense. Anyway, as you've just seen, the way I'm routing the diesel heater hose is into the I believe it's like a breather hose. You go into the top of that, straight down into the tank, avoiding the actual sender unit, and that's the easiest way I've found now to do that. I was watching a few YouTube videos actually, and came across that one. It's a really good idea. It saves taking the entire sender unit out, which causes all kinds of problems. If you ever to disconnect the battery, and it can affect things a bit too. Like, we're not mechanics as such, you know what I mean? We don't really want to start dismantling, especially this being a brand new van as well. So that is a better way of doing it, in my opinion. So I'm just going to put that back together very quickly, and that's done. As you can hear now, the fuel pump is on. I believe we're sucking up diesel. Well, it's not looking that hopeful, but we appear to be sucking up diesel. It just takes a little time. A lot of people don't have patience when they fit diesel heaters and start flapping, saying, "Oh my god, these Chinese shit heaters don't work properly." All of them are the same. You've got to wait for them to prime. As you can hear, the pump is ticking. That's every tick is like 2 millimeters, and if you've got like 4 meters of pipe, it's going to take a while for it to pump. Now, in the app on the new Max Speeding Rods heater, you can just set it to prime the thing, so it sucks it all up first before you try and start a cycle, sort of thing, which is really handy. Again, we are fitting the new Max Speeding Rods one. I'll put a link in the description for that. It's just got Bluetooth on it, and it's just a little bit more handy than not having Bluetooth on it. You can set a few things in there, and it's just a little bit better. But anyway, once the diesel heater's done, I'm just going to then start putting together the bobble thing a bit more, positioning things where they need to be, and start cutting down the pipe work and joining all that together, and then hopefully I'm still waiting for the fill-up point for the water. I feel bad because Royal Mail do a brilliant job, and they are being screwed over by the the big bosses at Royal Mail, and they deserve to strike and all that, and fair play to them for doing it. But obviously, when you're trying to build a van, it's a little bit inconvenient. But our postwoman is postman lady is absolutely brilliant, and we like her. It's not her fault, and we wish her all the best, even though she'll not watch this video. But anyway. Right, what are you doing?
Kitchen.
Right. What's this?
That's the bottom.
Hold on, what about
show you?
what's your motorbike doing today? Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
You go and have a look.
Rick's broke his motorbike. Well, broke one of his motorbikes. He's got plenty to choose from. He went out in rain yesterday. Well, he didn't go out in the rain. He went out and it rained. And we think it's flooded, so it ain't working.
It wasn't raining. It was monsoon. I expected an arc.
So we think that there's either some electrical fault or there's water in there, but we're going to figure that out when we finish actual work.
Broke down at motorway.
Broke down at motorway.
Shit yourself.
I'm only laughing because I relate to it. Obviously it's not funny, but it is.
Piss wet through. Got cold today and sore shoulders.
Oh dear. But
apart from that,
it's starting the kitchen. This is how big the kitchen's going to be. Marked out on the floor. So we've got sink, drawers, fridge. The fridge is there. Nice, sexy black fridge. Yesterday, well, I've just finished a bit of this plumbing today. We've got hot and cold going out to the sink, and then hot and cold going back up across the top of that tank to the external shower point.
you've done that bit now, good.
Yeah, that bit's done. So it's just ready for tap fittings. And then I've done all the other plumbing for the bobble under there, but I just had issues with memory cards yesterday, so I didn't record all time lapse of it. What else are we on with? It's just kitchen build now, isn't it? Yeah. For the time being.
Kitchen, worktops here, which you've already filmed.
That's it. Oh look, there's that one that used to make us toast over there.
There's that one that used to make us toast.
Remember that one? Remember that lady? She used to be. Remember the toast lady? Remember the good old days when we had a toast lady?
If you want a toast, I'll make toast. I'll do anything for you two.
Oh.
Only for cameras on.
She's not that nice to us normally. She's normally right nasty to us. Right, yeah. So diesel heater is working. It's on, fully working, fully functioning. I've only tested it through the EcoFlow. Oh, hello. Welcome to delivery. Right, postman's been. I've fitted one of these table legs before. They're not bad, to be fair. We're going to mount it to the seating area, and then it's going to swivel round. That's the base for it to sit on. It all moves and all that kind of shit. But somebody's making us a custom table for this, a very personalised custom table. So that's the table leg for that. trunking is in, all the cabling is in that trunking there. Plumbing is done. Apart from the fill-up point, which still hasn't arrived, which is going to be annoying. We're going to end up doing a fucking fill-up point dance when that finally arrives.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Just need that to arrive so I can tighten this down and all that, and then test out the plumbing. I've got the wiring to do, but I can't be arsed with that right now. Just trying to get the wiring done so that we can work around what Rick's doing, which is the kitchen. Rick, people are going to say that's not a very big gap to get through. What do you say to that? You know they're going to say it.
You know what's out of that?
Fuck your mouth off.
Tough titties.
Tough titties. So there is a narrow gap at the doorway.
600, just over.
600. But what do you need a big massive gap at your door for?
Should we that tape measure, please?
Yeah. Well, you don't need a big massive gap, and also it's more important to have a reasonable sized kitchen. And because this one's having 640, because this one's having a fridge. Yeah. Don't show off just because camera's on. She's just showing off.
I'll have a brew.
Fridge has got to go in there. There's got to be some drawers there, and there's got to be a cupboard here for the sink and plumbing and all that kind of stuff, and the induction hob.
And the sink's quite wide, isn't it? So that's why.
Yeah. So that's the way it has to be. So this gap may seem narrow, but again, there's kind of no point in having a big opening.
It's a small van, though, isn't it?
Yeah. We've got to fit everything we can in this van, and it's going to be a beautiful van. Regardless. So again, next jobs really are waiting for this fill-up point, get that in, tighten that down, just do the wiring for the heater, which is a straightforward job. All the wiring is now that side of the van. It comes up out of that box there, and then all the way across, and there we are. And then they're ready just for the tap connections on, and that's it. Not bad plumber me to say I'm not a plumber.
Or a sparky.
Or a sparky. Or a
joiner.
Or anything. You can tell, can't you? Jack of all trades, master of none. How's today going?
Do you want me to swear?
Is today going well? Today's been a bad day. Well, no, it's only a bad day because we've been mardy bums. We've got to laugh about it. It's been a shit day. Everything that could go wrong, just like little fucking shitty little things, they've all happened today, haven't they?
My bike's working now.
His bike's working now, that's the main thing. We've managed to sort that out. At least we've achieved something today. But it's just one a shit day. We're in bad moods, we're cold, even though I'm in a t-shirt. But fridge is in, and fridge is actually on. I've just turned it off on here, but I'll show you quickly that. Fridge is a fridge. Right, so fridge is on. So when you open this door, fridge is on. Sexy fridge. I'm going to turn it off though because it's unnecessary to have it on, and it's using power, and we're not putting power back into it yet. So anyway, fridge is on. Much to Rick's despair, we're putting a drawer here now, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're putting a drawer here now. I didn't realise the fridge was as low as that.
I did tell you.
No, you did.
I did.
I didn't realise the fridge was as low as it is, so now we've got a big void above it, so we're going to put a drawer there. It wasn't planning on being. There's going to be 3 drawers there. Anyway, electrics are about done, however we've moved. I've left a big long cable for this because we were going to put it here, but just because of a, I don't know, misunderstanding or whatever, we're not going to put it there now. We're going to move it to here, or maybe inside the cupboard, so I need to shorten all that, but that's not a big deal. But the water heater is now on. I'm not going to leave it on because there's no water in it, all the plumbing is done. I'm just waiting on the fill-up point still, even though I keep saying I'm waiting for the fill-up point. I am waiting for the fill-up point. Everything else is done. All the electrics, oh no. All the electrics aren't done, are they? I just said all the electrics are done, but...
No.
Forgot about that. And just another thing just to add to today's...
Should be a black one, shouldn't it?
I weren't going to put a black one under the cupboard.
Alright.
It's kind of wasteful, isn't it? It's got USB ports on it and shit. We're going to put a white one under there. We need a plug socket under here for the induction hob, which is actually probably going to go under this one. But I forgot in trying to prepare everything else, doing all the plumbing and that. I forgot about that, so I've got to run the cable. But I can do that tomorrow. It's not like not a biggie. It's not in the world. That's it for today. It's been a stressful day. Are you going to start it up?
See if it works.
First try. That was a grimace, not a smile. It's been stressful. Stressful yesterday, stressful today when it weren't working. It got waterlogged and he ended up having to come back with AA, if you've probably seen his Instagram. But
fuel.
Huh?
I was saving fuel.
Yeah. It was a stressful one, wasn't it? It just would not run at all yesterday. It wouldn't even start. An easy start wasn't even working, but we ended up working now, but it just needed drying out, didn't it? The sky looks nice, doesn't it, tonight?
Lovely.
Anyway,
It was
we've
stressful.
got like 2.5 working motorbikes now, haven't we?
Well, I've got
We don't know if Dullville works, do we?
Yeah, Dullville will work. Dullville's best one here.
Well, I don't know about that. I wouldn't go that far.
Better than that.
Get fucked, man. Sexy, that one.
You can't even fucking turn a corner without it ripping shit off.
Well, that's true. Yeah, Harley Davidson was coughing and spluttering the other day, so we've...
That might be rain as well.
It could be, yeah, I think it might be rain, to be honest. I got caught out in a bloody rainstorm the other day, last week, so that's coughed and spluttered. It could just be water's got into carb or something. I should have just left it when I had impatience. I went out on that one instead and still got wet on that one.
I'm going out from back tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh yeah. Got work to do, boy.
Fuck you, I've done it.
Got work to do. Right, real life gets in the way of these things, so I've not done as much recording. I've not done any recording today at all. I only did a bit yesterday. This video, to be fair, this particular episode has been a bit slow progress, and that kind of happens at this time of the build, but also, like I say, life's difficult, and I will explain that to you one day, what's been going on whilst we've been working on this van, but something always gets in the way. But bit of progress. Okay, so this has been built in now, blocked in, which has a little hole here, a little handle you can pull down, and then that's where the water is and the diesel heater, etc. Still not 100% finished. I'm still waiting on the water felt point, believe it or not, but that's how that is going to go. The water tank itself is now in position. I've just got these anchor points down here that's going to have a strap that goes across the top onto this other anchor point just to stop them sliding off. It's boxed in all the way around the back, but I didn't want to put anything down the front because I wanted it to look pretty, but once the strap's on, it's not going to move. It's all plumbed in. Obviously I need to do some hoovering. We've got a shut-off valve here to shut off from the bobble. It's all plumbed in. The plumbing is going back to the outside shower point, which is around here, as you've already seen. Can't wait to see that working. And then this is the bit that the biggest sort of step up now is what Rick's done. Rick's worked hard today, I haven't. Kitchen. So at the moment the fridge is in place. The fridge is turned on, so I've just turned everything on, so the fridge is on for the time being. Just so you know, we've got 2 kilowatts of charge going in, so it was at 12%, from 12% to 100%, 1 hour 57 minutes. That thing is insane. When I tell you it's insane, I'm not just saying that. I'm not trying to sell it you either. I'm just telling you that I wish that we could build vans with that in every single time. Anyway, back to this. We've not put door handles on yet, drawer handles, but there's a big drawer above the fridge with soft close runners. We've got 3 drawers in the middle. Now, I'm not going to show you, I'm going to show you in fact. This is a toddler magnet. And you hold it near here and it activates this locking mechanism here. So when it's closed, it doesn't open, but then you just hover this magnet over. You don't even have to touch it, look. Don't even touch it. We thought we'd try them. I'd seen them online. Obviously I've got a toddler and that, and I knew these things existed, but so we thought we'd try it on this, experimented. I think we're going to use it on all the drawers, I think. Anyway, the magnet can just sit on the fridge there. All the other drawers open normally. Again, we've got handles, we've just not fitted them yet. Softy closey. And then we've got, this is a false panel because the sink's going to be there, but also there's going to be this water temperature gauge thing on here on the front. And then we've got a cupboard that's got magnets on it. It's got magnets on it, so it's hard to open, but again the door handles aren't on. And then you're going to be able to see in there, use that cupboard. You can see the electrics and the plumbing far enough apart. Water heater 240 is there, and then the plumbing outlet is there, the drainage is there. So as soon as the sink arrives, they're still waiting on a sink. When the sink arrives, we can start doing the plumbing and get the underslung tank on. But as for now, that is the kitchen. And we've had the worktop on. I can't remember if I showed you that, but that is what the kitchen looks like. I'll try and get far enough back to get it all in, but that's what the kitchen's going to look like. So the van's almost complete. I think Rick has only got to do the worktop and sink and the induction hob. Then Rick's more or less done. Oh, there's going to be some sort of shelf here, like a spice rack type shelf. We've not invented that yet, but once that's on, that's it. So I've got to do underslung tank and plumbing, and then we're done, I believe. Oh, there's the reverse camera to plumb in, to electrify in, to wire in or whatever, and that's that. That will be this van done. We've actually got a few weeks spare on this job, which is handy. We've got another job coming in tomorrow, so we're going to be working on 2 vans at once, which is something that we're going to try and do more often. Anyway, yeah, it's cool. That's it. That's what that looks like now. So you can see when you open the back doors, you've got a big opening there to be able to put luggage inside. Nothing can get damaged. That could get damaged if you wanted to damage it, but I don't think you will do. Everything's hidden. All the unsightly stuff, like the ugly bubble plumbing, the ugly bubble plumbing is hidden away under there, and that's it. When the bed lights are on and the mattress is on, it's all going to look dead sexy.
Right, listen, we're tidying up.
Tidying up.
Why are we tidying up?
Because that's not a Citroen.
No, so it's raining, we can't work outside. Got to move the truck, move this Citroen, move 2 motorbikes, move the Transit, move the bin because the bin man's coming, and then put it all back together again before we start work. Oh, and shift all this shit.
So basically, I'll put it in English. Next video will be the last video of the Citroen because it's about done, but the flooring man's not coming well next week, so this video will all be out by then. So everything is more or less done. We've just got underslung water tank to do in the rain. Next video will be the last one, so I'll just end it here so that we've got some good updates for the next video and seeing it finished, and we'll give you a look around it and a bit of a tour around it and all that. Do you want to say bye?
Bye, Felicia.